Good day everyone, I am Police Lieutenant Nomer B. Macaraig, the officer in charge of TV and Radio Production Section of the Information Communication Development Division of the Police Community Affairs and Development Group. This lesson presents the Community Affairs and Development Master Plan Tagataguyod or the Memorandum Circular 2019-046. This lesson aims to reinforce participants' knowledge about the principles and concepts behind the Pcad Master Plan Tagataguyod. The following are the lesson objectives. At the end of the lesson, the participants will be able to describe the situation that forged the creation of the PNP Master Plan Tagataguyod, state the purpose of PNP Master Plan Tagataguyod, explain the dimensions of Police Community Affairs and Development, discuss the Pcad framework, and enumerate the tasks of different PNP units and offices. The following are the references for Police Community Affairs and Development Master Plan Tagataguyod. Number 1 is the PNP Patrol Plan 2030, which highlights the importance of community and stakeholders' engagement to become the PNP as a highly capable, effective, and credible police force. Community and Service-Oriented Policing System or the CSOP. This was established through NAPOLCOM Resolution Number 2015-342 with the aim objective of empowering the Philippine National Police to perform its role as a community and service-oriented agency involving the local government unit, the community, and the police or other law enforcement agencies as mandated by law under Republic Act 6975, amended by Republic Act 8551. The Police Community Relations Master Plan, dated October 2002, Communication Plan Santinig, aimed the PNP for a deliberate, synchronized, and concerted effort of informing the public about the activities, programs, and accomplishments of the PNP. And the Organizational Plan Sambayan, aimed to generate community partnerships and forge a united front for the promotion of peace and order. And the Quad concept of policing, which includes intelligence, investigation, operations, and police community relations. And the last one is the Presidential Proclamation Number 764, dated January 24, 2005. So this is the Police Community Relations Month celebration, an opportune time to develop closer interaction between the police and the community in handling peace and order and public safety concerns. This Memorandum Circular provides guidelines and procedures in the overall strategies of police community affairs and development, such as intensification of community support, to raise positive trust and perception, to have a safer and more secure community, and to have an effective crime prevention and crime solution initiative and activity. The amendment of the master plan is necessary to bring forth a more comprehensive policy that adapts to the fast-changing environment amidst technological shifts and social cultural transformations, and to intensify police community partnerships as the key to ensuring security, safety, and public order. The PNP anchors its programs to the Philippine Development Plan 2017 to 2022. The PNP needs to strengthen its efforts to ensure safe and secure communities wherein peace, security, public order, and safety are among the key foundations of economic growth and development. Republic Act No. 6975, Section 2 declares the policy that promotes peace and order, ensures public safety, and further strengthens local government capability towards the effective delivery of the basic services to the citizenry through the establishment of a highly efficient and competent police force. Prior to the creation of Master Plan Tagataguyod, the PNP uses a two-pronged strategy for the internal and external audiences. Santinig, Information and Communication Plan, and Sambayan, Community Organizing and Mobilization Plan. Some of the programs and activities under these master plans need to improve and update to cope with the fast-changing environment and technological advancement. Community and service-oriented policing system under the NAPOLCOM Resolution number 2015-342 dated July 21, 2015 through collaboration, cooperation, and triumvirate partnerships between and among the local chief executives, citizenry, and PNP and other law enforcement agencies. The advent of information and communications technology, or the ICT, has vastly impacted the life or the quality of human life. This also shaped the PCR dynamics that paved the way for the introduction of the internet and the use of social media platforms for crime prevention and crime solution efforts and initiatives. The fast-changing environment and technological advancement have brought about changes from the former PCR master plan into more logical, flexible, and consistent three-dimensional tools. The Information Development Operations, the IDO, the Public Information, the P, and the Community Affairs and Development, the CAD. And this is the Police Community Affairs and Development Master Plan Tagataguyod. This is the new phase of police community relations, giving a more purposive role in the community and significant contributions to local and national development. The Tagataguyod also aims to advocate and reflect the inherent Filipino character which stands and leads to making a cohesive community, generating a more secure and safe place to live, work, and do business. Pcad Master Plan Tagataguyod also infuses the importance of social awareness and cultural understanding, such as gender sensitivity, responsive programs, and peace building as among the strong foundation for fostering a cooperative and harmonious community. It also acknowledges the crucial contribution of the family at the core of the community. The Tagataguyod tailors its strategies according to the growing trends and communication innovations to enhance community engagement, sustain community support, and deliver better quality of policing to make services more accessible to every common platform available. That's why Master Plan was revised and the Tagataguyod is established as the comprehensive blueprint for police community affairs and development. The Pcad Master Plan Tagataguyod, through programs and activities, also make services more accessible to the community. It also recognizes the role of the international community to forge stronger stakeholder relations. That's why we have the so-called global police community relations. Tagataguyod also strengthens police community affairs and development programs and activities and harnesses citizens' participation as the PNP partners in the maintenance of public order and public safety. The Pcad Master Plan Tagataguyod also harmonizes programs, projects, and activities to inform, engage, influence, and lead communities towards achieving a better public order and safety in the support of the Quad operational concept with the end view of gaining the higher level of public trust and confidence for the PNP. This master plan also aims to make police community relations or PCR as a basic police competency. The police being role models and servant leaders in the community. Pcad Master Plan Tagataguyod has three dimensions. The I Do Pcad, Information Development Operations. This involves the development, application, integration, and synchronization of information-related capabilities and non-lethal means to influence the perception and decision-making of the specific target audience to create the desired effect to support the achievement of the objective. The P, or the public information, provides validated, accurate, and timely reports and information to the public. This also refers to the information that may be of interest to the general public about the policies, procedures, events, and other newsworthy programs and activities of the Philippine National Police. And the last one, the CAD, or the Community Affairs and Development. It focuses on strengthening community cooperation, collaboration, and trust to achieve gains against crime, terrorism, and insurgency. The three-dimension tools of Pcad aim to secure the community against the forces that disrupt public safety and security. All activities of the I Do Pcad must be aligned to support the PNP to counter adversaries and solve crimes and public safety problems, with high regard for upholding the rule of law and respect for human rights. The three interlocking dimensions have four results activities: inform, engage, influence, and lead. When you do the I Do and P, you are informing the target audiences. When you do the I Do and CAD, you are influencing. And when you do the P and CAD, you are engaging. The P and CAD dimensions have the inform, influence, and engage approaches, while the I Do employs approaches to inform and influence. Towards the end, the community and the PNP come to a point where they align their goals and where the community finally takes the lead in this partnership. This is the modified framework for police community affairs and development dimensions. This is patterned to the civil-military operations triangle or the CMO triangle of the armed forces of the Philippines. As an overview, CMO is defined as planned activities undertaken independently or in coordination with entities to gain popular support in favor of the AFP or the government, weaken the adversaries' will to fight, and influence threat groups to abandon armed struggle in support of the accomplishments of the AFP mission or the government. CMO is a vital component of the triad alongside intelligence and operations. It has levels, which consist of tactical, operational, and strategic level. The CMO framework is necessary by a triangle in order to properly illustrate the relation of the pillars with one another. The triangle is equilateral and revolving to show that each pillar is of equal significance to the others. To know more about the CMO, these are the three pillars such as Information Support Affairs or the ISA, Public Affairs or the PA, and the Civil Affairs or the CA. The triangles representing the pillars include the respective program components and respected target audiences. The position of the pillars does not connote any hierarchy, but depends on what is regarded as the priority target audience in a particular CMO campaign. Thus, the interchangeability of the pillars indicates the flexible order of priority in the conduct of the focused CMO activity. The ISA, or the Information Support Affairs, signifies intensity and strength in dealing with the passive, neutral, and threat groups. Threat groups directly oppose the AFP and the Philippine government. Neutral forces take neither the side of threat groups nor the side of the AFP. Passive groups tend to be inactive or uninterested in matters relating to the AFP. The word's ISA component involves the creation of communication products. Deeds ISA involves the conduct of combat and non-combat activities and counter-propaganda. The next one is the public affairs, or the PA. It emphasizes the importance of information in dealing with the public and enhancing relations with the community. It covers the public information, or the PI, which deals with the dissemination of information and other related activities through different media. And the community relations, or COMREL, which handles engagements with local communities through cooperation and participation with different sectors of society. And the last one is the civil affairs, or the CA. It symbolizes active collaboration with the public, particularly with the civilian authorities and non-government organizations. It covers civic action, or the CIVAC, serving as a base component, and the civic relations, or CIVREL, as a supplementary component aimed at enhancing the relations of the AFP with the different government agencies with the people. So that is the overview of the CMO triangle of the Armed Forces of the Philippines. Going back to the I-DO Pcad, let's start with the information development operations. There shall be eligible and trained Pcad officers as the lead for activities. Target audience and issue analysis shall be conducted. It provides support for the strategic communication to orchestrate actions, words, and images to achieve strategic goals and to advance the organization's interests, policies, and objectives in order to address real-time issues and to develop products that positively affect the cognition or the thinking faculties of the predetermined target audience. I-DO strategies include issue management. It refers to the process through which an organization manages its policy and identifies and resolves potential problems or issues. The next is the community support operation. These are activities conducted primarily to support the initiatives of the PNP to counter and prevent false information or the fake news and the narratives and present factual narratives about the PNP and the government. The third one is the internet-based support operations. These are activities that monitor issues and trends and serve as the platform for disseminating the I-DO products and activities. And the last strategy is the product development, the use of themes and messages in the form of words, actions, and images, or a combination thereof, is specific to each classification of target audience. Information development operations has three classifications, namely offensive, defensive, and extensive. The offensive is the conduct of proactive measures on anticipated or emerging issues before it becomes a crisis. Defensive refers to controlling the crisis or situation from scaling, while the extensive is the day-to-day routine of crafting and developing products that convey a strong message in the form of visual aids such as memes, infographics, infomercial, printed materials derived from facts and plain news. The second dimension of Pcad is the public information. Public information also requires to have eligible and trained Pcad officers as the lead for the activities. It intends to empower, educate, and encourage the community to participate in the information chain. Public information activities shall be conducted prior to, during, and after every activity to sustain awareness and the impact on the community. Public information shall utilize trimmed platforms such as the television, radio, internet, messaging, and print to amplify PNP narratives. The information must be correct, accurate, valid, timely, and relevant, which intends to empower, educate, and encourage the community. And the dissemination of only classified information as to not to compromise the safety and security of police operations, individuals, and the country as well. And the engagement of social networking team to amplify PNP narratives and messages. Public information uses various platforms and strategies in order to be effective. Number one, public affairs. Public affairs are activities that the organization is doing for the community through the use of various channels and methodologies for identified target audience. Next is the social media engagement. This refers to an activity in social media networks where interaction occurs. And the last one is the information advocacy and dissemination of information through TRIN and other available platforms. To complete the dimensions of the Pcad is the Community Affairs and Development, or the CAD. Community Affairs and Development uses three components, namely, community engagement and arousal awareness. This refers to a planned two-way process by which specially identified groups in the community are given the opportunity to provide inputs that enhance decision-making processes on issues that may impact their well-being or interests. Second one is community organizing. It refers to the process by which people are brought together to act in common self-interest with the end goal of building a changed community by empowering its community members with knowledge and skills. And the last one is community mobilizing or mobilization. It refers to the process of engaging communities which involves the identification of community priorities, resources, needs, and solutions to promote representative participation, good governance, accountability, and peaceful change. So these are the components: the community engagement, arousal awareness, community organizing, and community mobilization, or the AOM. Community Affairs and Development generates community partnerships and forges strong alliances with the community and seeks the support, trust, and confidence of the people through strengthened linkages. Same with the I-Do NP, or the public information, CAD also requires eligible and trained Pcad officers as leads for activities. Community Affairs and Development activities from the national headquarters shall be undertaken down to the city or municipal level for the community support in operations. The CAD shall initiate and provide assistance on matters that need support and coordination, and Pcad shall engage private sector partnerships and collaboration. In short, police community affairs and development programs and activities shall be regularly conducted to sustain the partnership and collaboration with the community. There shall be a social investigation or community study to address the societal or peace and order issues and problems in the community. There shall be coordination, collaboration, and cooperation with concerned government agencies, non-governmental organizations, and stakeholders in the conduct of various Pcad programs and activities. In Pcad, partnership shall be covered by Memorandum of Understanding or Memorandum of Agreement. Various recognized stakeholders or the civil society organizations federated under one umbrella. The PNP kasama sa Pagtataguyod or PNP Kataguyod and shall be supervised by the Police Community Affairs and Development Group or the PCADG. The PNP shall also strengthen engagement and rapport and monitor the PNP Barangay Peacekeeping Operations or the BPO, Barangay Peacekeeping Action Teams o BPATs, and Police sa Barangay and PNP partnerships shall observe the provisions of a community and service-oriented policing system or the CSOP. Also included in master plan are the duties and responsibilities of PNP units and offices in the implementation of Pcad master plan. Number one is the inclusion of the Pcad or the PCR module in all mandatory and specialized courses. Then organize Speakers Bureau, support team to re-echo PNP accomplishments and reinforce communications, produce and distribute the ISC materials, establishes linkages with the civil society organizations, the government organization, the non-government organizations in the conduct of Pcad activities, strengthen communication with its internal and external audiences, and then document all Pcad activities and perform other related tasks. Next slide is the diagrammatic model of the conceptual framework of the Police Community Affairs and Development Master Plan. The framework presents this way: collect data from various reliable sources in both the internal and external environment and multimedia sources like the social media platforms. Then, evaluate and analyze the collected or the data gathered to determine their relevance to Pcad strategies and initiatives. After this is to formulate the needed policies, plans, and programs, as well as the relevant themes and strategic messages, such as press releases, the infographics or infomercials based on the collected data. And then after the formulation of policies, then develop and design strategies and initiatives based on the target audience using various channels and methodologies which aim to advocate, organize, influence, amplify, inform, engage, and lead. And then after that, that's the time to implement the Pcad plans, activities, and programs through the use of focus strategies and initiatives in order to increase awareness and effectiveness in PNP's crime prevention programs, increase positive sentiments in social media, increase approval rating, decrease crime victimization survey, contributory to the decrease of vowsy and crimes against chastity, and increase in crime solution through community engagement and increase in number of sectoral organizations for the mobilization in crime-prone areas. Such efforts are expected to result in improved crime rate efficiency, enhance public trust and confidence towards the PNP, strengthened PCR, improve crime rate efficiency, improve sense of safety and security, and an empowered and responsive community. So again, this is the Pcad Master Plan Framework, and I know that this is a big help for our organization to improve, enhance the policing efforts in the aspects of operations, investigations, intelligence, and police community relations. So we will not be using the santinig and Sambayan. Instead, the Pcad Master Plan Tagataguyod. And through this master plan, we will be able to win the hearts and minds of the people and get their support and cooperation in attaining peace and order, public safety, and nation progress and development. I will end my presentation with this statement: connected communities are safer and developed communities. That ends the presentation on the Police Community Affairs and Development Master Plan Tagataguyod. Thank you. Stay safe and healthy, everyone.